Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Eddie here, Eddie Makes Art, and I'm going to play with some woodies again. These are the 3-in-1 Arty pencils, and they come in this box. This is a set of 10. They're by Stabilo. They even come with their own pencil sharpener, which is great because it's, they're fatties. They need a big opening. And they're multi-talented pencils, and they are a coloring pencil, a wax crayon, and a watercolor all in one, and it's water soluble. And in the last video where I first broke these out, I did it with foam stamps, but I really didn't try them on actual watercolor paper, so I'm going to have a little play today and see what we get. Using, these are my foam stamps available at pmartiststudio.com. They're called Unraveling Squares. They come in a 3-inch and a 4-inch size. Other styles are available on there, other designs of mine. I even have a brand new stencil out. So hopefully I'll have that soon, and then I can put together a really cool video for you guys showing you how I use it. And just have a spray bottle of water and my pencils. So, like in the last video of the woodies, what you do is you kind of just spritz down your stamp a little bit. All right, you don't want to get it so soaking wet, and it's good to have a sprayer that's like more of a mist spray and less of a deluge, if you will. Here, let's start with some orange. You can do, and with these you can go right onto your foam stamp. They don't harm it. You can just rinse them off in underwater. You can even blend these together on the stamp. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll blend them like going down in different shades. I should probably finish that part, huh? These need a little bit more water. Yeah, see, they'll glide out better. Let's do a little bit more now. Let's do the blue. The blue? Or no, let's do this one. This is, what color is this? Do they give me a color? I don't think I ever figured that out. Anyway, it's really pretty. It's like a turquoise. There we go. I hope everybody had a nice holiday and is not too stressed out, not too tired. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is we're gonna spritz these. Just do this right over this. And then we'll take it over to the paper. It will start up here. Let's see what happens. Okay, interesting. Now, I would prefer if it came out more, if it bloomed more. But what I want to do now is I'm going to just take a little water on my brush and see how much of this I can move that's already on here. Let's see if we got enough on the stamp where, oh yeah. So we could, do this situation where we're stamping something and just color in the inside. We could do all that, or we can just pull it out. And then maybe in between, do a little bit of blending. And if you keep blending this out, it'll get more, fade out more, it'll get less strong. But, yeah, that's pretty good. Let's try this turquoise color now. Get some more on here. This is just plain water. All right, so that's one way of doing the foam stamp. Why did I do that? Adding the foam stamp with the woody to actual watercolor paper. Okay. Now I'm gonna get some more color on here. Maybe mix it up a little bit, and then I'll do another one. But I want to do the wet and wet technique. So I want to wet the paper a little bit and then stamp over it and see if that gives me that effect where it kind of goes out, blooms out. So let's get some here. I'm just gonna wet my stamp a little bit more. Let's see, we can do some more of this here, but then maybe we'll add in some of the darker blue. I'm trying to make sure I get enough on here. Yeah, don't be afraid to go heavy on this, because these foam stamps can take this, as long as, you know, you're good to them and you wash them later. They'll be fine. So got a cool little gradation there. And then over here, I want to bring up some of this, and then the green. I like this green, very nice. Maybe do a little bit more blending with the teal. Darken that up a little bit. And I just need a little more. Yeah, this needs a little bit of water. And, oh, we need to bring that green up a little bit here. I like this green because it has a lot of yellow in it. So it's going to work well with this orange. Very nice. Maybe a little bit more of this green. I'm just going to spray it on the tip here over on the paper towel. There we go, see? Get a little more out of there. Okay, so first I'm going to wet my paper. Let me get the... Here, I'm just going to use this spray bottle. Just spread it out. And then we're going to spritz our stamp. And then let's see what happens. I'm so excited. Give it a nice press, not too hard. Yeah, that's it. You see how that's spreading out? Now let me see if I missed it a little bit more. And yeah, that does it even more. You can turn your paper, let things mix and meld. Very nice. That's what I was looking for. Then I wanted to do one without the stamp, where I just draw on the paper with the woodies, and then use my brush or the spray, and to move it all around and make some cool stuff going on. What color do I want? We'll go with blue. my my brush into the water, and let's just play around, see what happens. I'm just tapping ever so gently, and the water is pulling out that pigment nicely. That's cool. Hold it up for you. And I can even just, with the motion of the paper, get that water moving, and the color in there is going to move too. Let me tap some water in here. But I'm not going to smoosh it as much and see how much that pulls out. Another thing you can do is when you come around the edge here, add a little clear water right to the edge, and that'll draw out more of the color and give you a sort of gradation in a way, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean. You can even give it a little hand. Tap some more clear water on there, and that'll start pushing that out. You could even take your damp brush. I just wiped it off on the paper towel. You could drag some of this color into the wet area here and give your design some texture or some shape. Basically making a flower here. So, not great. Do that. It's not bad for a first go there like that. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens when these two worlds collide. Now I'm going to bring in some just clear water and start dropping it in. And then watch it move. That's really cool. And they're going to mix well. Let's see if I add a little water, get some more of this out. Remember, in watercolor paper, your water color is only going to go where you put the water. So you see how I just went that way, and it's not going to push any further unless the water from here touches that one. So, for example, a little bit. Seeing that starts taking in the color from there. Take some of that water off. See, there's still a lot more pigment in there. So, despite it looking splotchy, there's a lot of color in there. Let's mosey on to the green. The green, and then put the yellow on top. And the green's pushing in to the blue. Get some clear water. Get these to blend. Let's see what kind of coolness occurs in here. You know what? I have some salt out here. I'm going to drop a couple of grains of salt here. This is just kosher salt. See how it does with the woodies. It should work just like any other watercolor, where kind of just the area around the salt just pushes out. And you're left with some really cool blooms. Let's come work down here. I'm just going to take as much out of there as I can. Yeah. Works good. I want to see if what happens when I take another color just right off the pencil and come in here. Wow. That really intensifies. That's neat, and you can blend it out. And I'm not scrubbing hard. I'm just gently using the end of the brush and going in circular motions all around. And let's bring this with some clear water. Let's bring this down and start getting this next blob activated. Some more clear water. And let's see how that blue interacts with the red and the purple that's under there. And you see what the way watercolor works, like I was saying before, if you don't put water on it, it's not going to activate. Now here, it didn't really move around too much because I just went over it lightly. But once I start doing this, it's going to start blending in, and that's fine. So just be aware of that you don't have to, where you don't put water, your color doesn't go. Now these blend out very nicely, as far as not leaving, too many harsh marks, harsh lines. Let's see how far we can bring this blue out. That's very nice, very nice. You see the salt is working its magic there. It's working. You see it's leaving the salt pushes the pigment out and leaves these big open white areas that can be really cool. Let's move some of that pigment out of there. And I'm going to come in actually with the... Let's put the yellow right in here. I want to see what happens. Oh, yeah. Made a green. Let's rinse our brush, wipe it off on the towel, and start bringing some of this out, this yellow. Make cool designs with that. Kind of give you your shape, if you know what I mean. Let's see what we can do with this, if we can bring out any of this red here. I think this side might be just a little too wet right now, but it's pulling some. There we are, yeah, it is pulling some. Let's get this one going. Yeah, I did put two purples next to each other, but it's all right. That's this white, because we don't often use white in watercolor. Let's see how that works on here. If we can create a nice lavender shade. That's nice. You can see it's lighter there. Bringing that blue over. I'm just playing, having fun. I just wanted to do a little experimenting right now with these woodies. Now you see how what I did there is I came in over that harsh line with some just plain water and kind of just, you know, blended that out. So these are great as far as, you know, blending and all that good fun. Now for this piece here, I should have done this earlier, but I'm just gonna hit it with spray and then move it around. Can take this brush and just push that down and let it go down. Let's see. Let's muss it up. I mean, I thought it was going to create mud. It really didn't. A little muddy down here, but not in there. That's cool. It's very neat. Let me clean up my mess here. And then I'll just take the brush and kind of just, let's see. We got more of this here. We can pull out. Let's add some white to that. Let's do that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Just be careful with the purple and the green. Don't want to mix it too much. This is very relaxing. As you can tell, I'm not talking very much. This is just a great way to spend a rainy afternoon or a cold afternoon or whatever. Or if you can't sleep, this is a great way to get your watercolors out and start playing around, and it'll relax you enough to get to sleep. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this color that's left in here and drag out as much of it as I can and pull it down with just plain water. And that's going to create what I just did up there. Leave an edge. Of color, but you kind of, you're washing out the rest and fading it out. Now what if let's see if I come in with this, come in with the purple one. See if we can do that again, but this time the top line will be stronger. And I keep dipping my brush, rinsing it off in the clean water. Coming back and just gently scrubbing that water down around and pulling out as much of that pigment as I can, but still leaving that edge. So that creates this really cool effect that is good for making, you know, when you're doing landscapes. It's even good if you do something like, you can do it, do something abstract with that technique too. And then you see how these touch? Do you see how it's pulling the purple up that way too? That's another cool effect. And let's see, what else can we do? if we, gonna put a little puddle of water here, and then take my red, do a little of that, do a little pink, and then a little yellow. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, they move around nice. And this red is has more of an orange in it. But it'll work. It's not a super bright pink either, which is nice. And I'm hesitant to use the black because I just don't want to get black all over this. Because this will be something I can use for something later. I don't know, maybe journal cards or something like that, or journal tags rather. Let's see. What else can I do with these? I'm going to come in here with a little bit more of this green. Just want to see if we can just change it up a little bit. I'm just playing around, just see what we can do with these. And they're fun to play with on the watercolor paper, and with the stamping it worked really well. That side's almost dry. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this down and see what we can get out of here. There's still a lot of woody on there. A lot on there. Let me see. I'm not even wetting it again. I'm just gonna go ahead and press it down. Love that. And you spray it and look, it moves, still moves around. Let's see where the salt was, or where I put it down. It created these little blooms. That's really neat. So yeah, these Stabilo Woodies are great on watercolor paper. They're great on the foam stamps. So just have a play with them, experiment like I did, and just, you know, come up with combinations and, you know, and practice other techniques you may have learned in watercolor and see if you can apply it with the woodies, which you probably can. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was, you know, just fun, entertaining little video, and I will talk to you soon.